feet. But in my mind, Joe, far ahead on the judges' scorecards.
I think he's definitely up 2 rounds to 1. He did a great job in that second round, especially setting up that right hand. He was dominating on the ground. We both know that Doug Keys needed this fight to get back up. He was able to reverse him. They gets back up, and then bang, he Lofty answers with a superior right hand. A great job by Mark Lofty in that second round.
Okay, Doug?
Come on.
Take the shot.
Round 3 after this message.
This point here, Paul, it's all about Doug Keys digging deep. What does he need to do to win this fight? For Loft, he's up 2 rounds to 1. He could stay away in this round, but something tells me he won't. He'll go for the finish.
Now, Doug Keys has to come out swinging as well. He's got to try to finish this fight in any way he can, and his best bet seems to be with his fists. But just as I say that, Loft plants his own fist on the jaw of Keys.
Yeah, Keys had his hands down, lower than normal, only because he's probably exhausted. And again, another takedown by Mark Loft. Surely more points in the judges' scorecards.
Once again, this is becoming a very familiar scene. Doug Keys on his back, scrambling furiously, while Loft uses his superior body control to keep his opponent pinned to the mat.
Yeah, he's scrunching up there, keeping his balance on Doug Keys' hips, preventing him from getting around there. And you can see he's burying his head, Lofty, and just throwing punches, little rabbit punches. Doesn't need to do much. Like I said, he's won the first 2 rounds. But what is he prepared to do in this 3rd round? Does he want to finish this, or is he comfortable with going to the decision?
Well, Joe, you and I have both seen some surprising decisions. The judges don't always see it the same way as the fighters and as the people in the crowd. So no fighter ever wants to put the fight in the hands of the judges. I've got a feeling Mark Loft, if he's given the opportunity, will finish this fight and make 100% sure that he walks out of here with the win.
Yeah, he is definitely trying to sneak through the side control. He's done it now. He slides through. He likes to pass the guard through the legs there. Doug Keys, again, needs to either turn into him or roll. But needs to be very careful he doesn't give up his back in the process.
That's right. And right now, Doug Keys perhaps betraying his inexperience, turning away from his opponent. Not a good idea. As you can see, Loft capitalizing by clamping on a rear naked choke as Keys' back was turned. Now relinquishing it, but pounding down with a right hand on the side of Keys' face.
Loft is doing whatever he can to try and finish this fight. I give the man credit right now. I also give Doug Keys the credit for not giving up and still keeping this fight going.
Keys now trying to reestablish the closed guard. He's having a half butterfly guard right now. And Loft laying in with those liver shots, which over the course of time can sap a fighter's strength.
There he is, passing the legs again through the guard. Excellent job by Mark Loft passing the guard here. It's BJJ 101 for Mark Loft.
You can hear Loft's trainer, Ben Mireles, in the corner yelling out instructions, and it looks like Loft is following them to a T, because once again, this has been all Mark Loft. Now in the Kesikatami position, establishing more ground and pound. You can see Loft never stops striking on the ground, never gives the official a reason to stand them up.
He's definitely working. He's doing an excellent job there, trying to control Loft there. Bang, he's in that. Well, he's more of it's a full mount just yet.
That's right, stepping over. It looked initially like he might take the back again.
There it is.
Keys had the presence of mind to turn his face to Loft. He does not want to give up that back again.
A very dominant Mark Loft performance tonight in Gatineau, Quebec for Apex. An excellent job by Loft here. He's basically just working the jiu-jitsu skills, and the minute he has an opening, he's pounding with a punch or an elbow.
I'm seeing a ton of potential out of Doug Keys. What a scrappy kid. But potential alone doesn't count for anything on the scorecard. And right now on my personal scorecard, I've got it 3 rounds to nothing for Mark Loft, barring disaster.
I tend to agree with you right now, Paul, because it looks to me like Loft has done everything he can to win this fight. But Doug Keys, you got to give the guy credit. He's still fighting. He's still going. He's a tough kid. He will be back. He'll look at this tape and think to himself, okay, what do I need to do to improve as a fighter?
Exactly. You see, Loft never stops working, trying the head and arm choke. That didn't work. Back to the strikes. Back again, trying to set up possibly a rear naked choke. He never stops hunting for submissions. It's like a chess grandmaster. He always sees the next move ahead. And now, Head and arm choke solidly clamped on. This could be serious trouble for Doug Keys. This choke will cut off the blood supply to the brain, cut off the oxygen supply to the throat. Keys not moving now. Referee Troy Wall making his way around, trying to figure out whether or not he needs to stop this contest. Keys is in a very bad way, Joe. He's got to get out of there quick.
You got to hand it to Doug Keys. He was able to hold on to that choke. But look at this. He's got to be able to reverse. He's got to be able to do something here. There isn't much time left. He's got to go for something here. But now, Loft is mounted, raining down some bongs. And as Keys reverses, he'll be giving up his back.
You can see Keys already learning his lesson. He'll turn to his big elbow to the face by Mark Loft. And once again, trying to clamp on that head and arm choke.
He's got it on tight there, but it's difficult to get that from Mount to squeeze just enough. You got to get to side control here. But there goes Loft again in Mount, raining down the bombs.
Well, Keys is definitely making him work. He's not just laying there. As fatigued as he must be from taking all this damage and doing all this fighting, he's still constantly scrambling with 10 seconds left. Loft pouring it on with right hands, trying to finish, and a big elbow to the jaw to close out this contest.
An excellent job by Lofty, Mark Loft, who looks absolutely exhausted in the ring right now. A great job coming in here. It looks like he's going to bring his record to 1-1. But like you said, you never know with the judges.
That's right, you never know. But I'll tell you, that little stagger by Mark Loft, that's what I like to see. Because a fighter never wants to walk out of the ring and think, I could have done more. I had more gas in the tank. I could have pushed the pace a little harder. I could have come away with the win. Win or lose, you want to walk out of there knowing that you gave it everything that you had. And both of these fighters can definitely say that here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, these guys are rookies in this sport. That was an unbelievable fight. Let's hear it for these athletes one more time. Judge Richard the Cartel scores about 27-30. Judge Claude Paquette scores about 27-30. And Judge Benoit Orcel scores about 26-30 for your winner. By unanimous decision, Mark Loft.
And yes, the judge's decision in line with yours, Joe, and mine. Mark Loft walking away with all 3 rounds, but made to pay in blood, sweat, and tears for every single one of them by a very game Doug Keys. And now for the post-fight interview, let's go into the ring with our very own Showdown, Joe Ferraro.
I'm standing here with Mark Lofty Loft. Mark, you came into this ring relatively inexperienced, but you look like a seasoned fighter. Tell us about your training.
What can I say? I have the best training I can't ask for. Better mentors and better training partners. I don't know, even anywhere in Canada. These guys have been awesome to me, like family. They're on my ass, you guys heard them. I love it. I love you guys, man.
Once again, another Ronin fighter successful tonight. Now, I got to tell you, you and I have known each other for a long time, and I've been wanting to get you in the ring. Now that I have you in the ring, am I ever going to see you back here again?
Oh, you can bet on it, Joe. You can bet on it, buddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Lofty Loft.
Mark Loft with a successful debut in Apex Championship Fighting, and we will be back with more hardcore championship fighting right after these messages.